Peter Eliades with you. Special stock market cycles update for Tuesday morning, 10:29 a.m. Pacific time as I begin this recording. Just a couple of quick things to show you here. Number one, a subscriber pointed out that his projections did not match up with mine on the S&P closing price chart with a 7 to 8 day offset. And he was right, and the reason for it was something that I've cautioned you about and you have to be careful about when you use the software, and that is, let me double click on this so you can see a setup of the parameters. This projection margin in percent and Nick filter period are both very important. As a default, they're set to 0. When you change them to not be 0 for whatever reason, you have to remember to set them back to 0, and I have to tell myself that too because I did not remember that. And so now that I've set them both back to 0, these numbers for a closing price projection, nominal 20-day for the S&P, should indeed match up with yours if you have the software. While I'm on this chart, let me go to the next longer offset to show you where we stand today. Look how close we are to generating a significantly lower projection if we close below these two offsets. This is 12.1 to 13.8, 2.5 week offsets, nominal 5-week projection. One more chart to show you, and this one suggests we may have given that nominal 5-week projection already. First of all, I want to show you, it's not very clear here because there are so many other things going on, but this is a pretty good channel here going from, it starts from the high on April 14th and goes through the high in beginning of June 8th, let's say, and then you parallel that down to the March 23rd low. This is, by the way, an hourly chart or 65-minute chart on the S&P cash if you want to replicate it. You go down to the 23rd, March 23rd low, come up into current time, and we're just breaking below that now. In fact, it's struggling right at that area. And while it struggles at that area, as you'll notice right here, this red line is the lower channel line, and you see we've gotten below it here. Not convincingly below it, but below it, okay? So now the other thing we have to show you, though, is we also have, these are confirmed downside projections. We're below both these offsets. Let me show you what the projection calls for, according to what I'm looking at. There we go, okay? So in other words, there was a quick little nick here, 2 bars below both the offsets, and I just eliminated those by using a nick filter of 2. You can do that with your software. And we came up above, and then we crossed here, and now we're using this high for the projection. Let me click here and show you. A high of 35.8811, and we crossed in this area, and it's given us a projection now, confirmed projection, 3137.94, 3207.81. Now, it's always important when we look at that to look at what would invalidate that. So let's do a close-up here and show you that over, as you can see, we need to get above both of these lines in order to invalidate that downside projection. Currently, the higher of the two lines will be, it'll be above, let's say, just above 33.95 in the 3400 area, almost over the next day. So that's the area to look. These projections to the downside I just gave you are confirmed. They would be invalidated by a move back above these levels. That's our special update. Hope you enjoyed it, appreciated it. We'll talk to you this evening.